hello. How are we all doing today? Thank you all for joining us. I am your host, Darth Wookie. So, fam, how we all doing? Right?
Did you say fam?
Fam. Yeah, you guys are my little D&D fam. You are all together. The last time we all got together, you were with the wonderful Manshoon. Manshoon, the leader of the Black Network, or what we call the Zentium and Fantasy Grounds, but we are known as part of the Black Network, or Parish in my world. The Parish itself was a collection of two things. When we started this campaign, it was kind of like a smaller part of the larger entity where the Black Network had essentially become the front for the half of the world as part of their connection to a government entity known as the Parish. So the Parish has essentially moved him out of everything in Imperium lands. He has become a federation, mob boss, much to his chagrin, as that means he is less spread than other organizations like Xanther Guild, which seems to be dealing with everybody all the time. He had mentioned that he and Xanther have been known each other for many, many years. You get the feeling that Manshoon is older than he looks. A couple other things he noticed here is he already has talking to the stone, and he's given it to you, the Stone of Galore. He says there's an entity in it. He did kind of mention, I think someone made a roll last time, that there is a reason why he's asking you to go. Not just because he has things he wants to get there, but it'd be easier for you to attune to it than him, it seems like. Whatever reason that is. You know, there's a limit on attunement stats, and that's a universal. Unless you do things like have wishes or high-level mage. So it was something to the arcane of your group that it almost seemed like he didn't want to attune to it. So, that being said, he did let you know that, unfortunately, Xanther has been playing you guys for fools. You have been walking around the entire campaign since, like, episode 2 or 3, which was not on recording in this Twitch stream, but where you guys were investigating at low level the killing of, or a gang war that happened between Xanther and the Black Network, and take you to the dock ward. And while you're at the dock ward doing investigation, you walked into an oddities shop and talked to a crazy old man there who gave you lots of information about the gang wars. And they happened to sell lots of cool magic items and oddities. One of them, which he gave away free, was a stuffed plushie of Xanther, a purple one. And because, I love Gorbachev. He is so...
It was pretty.
He is so beautifully dumb. On recordings, you'll notice that I have mentioned that particular item a couple times. And he said, yes, I kept it with me at all times. It sits in my belt loop because it's pretty. And he wanted a purple plushie to walk around with him. But this purple plushie allowed them to use, to be heard and seen out of it. And it seems like he had been spying on you the whole time. And as you guys continued to talk about how you're never going to make a deal with essentially the devil, and, thank you for all the chips, but we'll just kind of, stay out of this, because he's asking you. He's saying, hey, guys, I know we're kind of looking for the same thing, and you have a lot of people chasing after you, and some of your enemies be my enemies, which was how you got to, Xanther's our friend. And he's like, nah. And one of the questions he asked you guys, are you sure you've never said anything bad about Xanther in the presence of this? And he shows you the scrying device and burns it so it doesn't cause any more problems. And I think it was somewhere to the halfway through that Elsie kind of realized, I did say some really shitty things.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Like right after I talked, I walked out the door and I said, "F that guy."
Nah. Yeah,
we're going to double cross that guy right away. And everyone, including Gorbachev, is like, yeah.
I did not say that.
He walked out of the meeting and said, "So we're all betraying Xanthar, right?" And we all went, "Yes."
And you clearly said, "F that guy, I've never liked
not.
him." That was kind of all he was waiting for. So yes, you and I know what you're doing, and you had a plan to eventually kind of, hey Xanthar, we're doing this for you, and maybe key him in with a little bit of information. But this didn't, it didn't quite get across because that's table talk between the DM. That's not what your characters were doing. So he had to assume a lot of things, especially since he heard you guys tell you're gonna send this dude to them, but that dude never made it. The single guy you left to tell him, "Don't worry, we're gonna bring the stuff to you." He heard the whole thing, but that guy never made it to him. And a few other things that kind of just really dealt to the idea of he was definitely fucking you guys from the moment. I won't say the moment. I'll say relatively recently, he has also decided to fuck those guys.
Yeah.
The little one in particular. Yeah.